You don't need a website, a brand, a fancy logo, or a huge marketing budget to get your first 10 customers. You need strategy and hustle. And today, I'm giving you the real world ways to do it. My name is Nicholas Corian. I went to business school, went to law school. I'm a lifelong entrepreneur. And in this video, I want to talk about getting your first 10 customers, the most important customers you'll ever get. So let's go. Let's get right into it. Starting getting your first customer is easy when you are focused on getting your first customers. Most entrepreneurs start and they're focused on their logo, their office, their tagline, their website, everything but their first customer. Well, guess what? Your business doesn't exist until you have your first customer. Once you have your first paying customer, congratulations, you're officially in business. So, the first step or the first idea to get your first 10 customers is your personal network. Reach out to your family, your friends, your coworkers, your social media connections, and tell absolutely everybody about what you're trying to do. Put together a little script, something that you can scale. For example, hey, my name is John. I just launched a business selling insert product or service, right? And if you know anyone that could use it, I'd love to help. Tip, you're not asking for charity here. You're offering value, okay? You're not saying, please help me. Hey, I need a favor. No, there's no favors here. You're offering something of value. I am doing this. I am providing this. I am selling this. If you know someone, that's a key line because there's a good chance that the people you're reaching out to are not the people that need the product or service. But there's a very high chance that they know someone who needs the product or service. So it's, hi, my name is Nick. I'm a business plan writer. I form LLCs and corporations. If you know someone, I'd love to help them. Let me know, right? That's it. Simple and straightforward. Now, the reason you're writing this out and putting it into a quick pitch is number one, so you memorize it. Every time you're talking to someone or calling someone, you're telling them at church, at the park, a happy hour, wherever you go, you're giving this pitch. On social media and on email, it's scalable because you're grabbing that same line and you're copy, paste, send. Copy, paste, send. In one night, in 1 hour, you should be able to hit over 60 people. That's one person a minute. I've timed myself and counted myself. I've been able to hit 100 people in an hour with no problem because just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So that's the first step. The first step is tell everybody you have a connection to, everybody in your phone, everybody in your email, everybody in your social media list, and everybody that you've run into throughout the week. Number two, cold emailing, right? I just talked a little bit about this, but cold emailing, when you get real specific, is not just the people you know, it's your target market, right? So if you are offering a service and you know who wants that service, create a list. Google, right, a list of the potential buyers of that product or service. So for example, if I'm offering a cleaning service and I know, okay, Airbnb people that own Airbnbs need cleaning service, I'm going to go on Airbnb and I'm going to DM everybody on Airbnb what I'm doing. Or I'm going to find all the corporate parks in town. I'm going to find out their management companies and I'm going to email them all. I'm going to keep the email short. I'm going to keep it focused on the solution to their problem. And I'm going to send out as many as I can all day long until I get my first customer. One sentence about a quick intro, one sentence about the problem you're solving, and then offer a free consult or demo to just get the customer in. All right. Aim to 10 to 20 cold calls a day. It's a numbers game, right? So 10 to 20 calls a day. I just say that so entrepreneurs can, breathe easy. I always say don't stop until you get your first customer. I've never seen someone that's tried this and got to 1,000 emails without getting their first customer. So before you guys say, oh, 1,000 emails, guys, you can copy and paste, right? This is not a lot. This is something that you should be able to do in your sleep. In an hour, you should be able to get to 100. In 10 hours, that's 1,000. You're at Tuesday in 10 hours, okay? So cold email. Number three, network locally and online. So local chamber of commerce meetings, free networking events that you find online, industry specific Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups are great. And don't just pitch at these events, right? Build real relationships first. Your first few customers come through trust, not just through ads, not just through uh, being a megaphone online, but being a telephone online, right? Back and forth conversation. I went to a networking event a few weeks ago and I saw this guy who did it perfectly. He came up to me and he didn't tell me what he was doing. He asked me what I was doing. And he must have shot off, I don't know, man, probably 10, 12 uh, uh, questions, I mean, in 5 minutes. And what was interesting after, about 5 minutes, I'm like, this guy knows everything about me. I don't know anything about him. Um, but he created this trust. And the reason is because people trust when you know if someone trusts you, if they're talking to you. If they're quiet and reserved, you don't know if they trust you. But if someone opens up and starts talking to you, they trust you. And this guy managed to get me to open up by asking me a ton of questions, right? So that rapport was built really quickly. We hopped on a follow up call and we've done business together. So if you want to network, right, make sure you're interested in that other person and not just trying to pitch your services, right? People get comfortable when they're talking, not when you're talking. So network locally and online. I love Facebook groups. I love LinkedIn groups. It's a place to get really focused, right? So if I'm offering babysitting services, I'm going to Facebook groups that have moms, like a mom Facebook group, right? If I'm a motorcycle mechanic, there's a ton of Facebook groups that have motorcycle groups, right? Get into those groups, form relationships. Don't just try to pitch your services. If I'm in the motorcycle group, I'm like, hey, nice bike. I ride a motorcycle too. If I'm in the mom group, I say, oh, I have kids. I have the same issue with my kids, right? And then I'm going to talk about my services, but treat it like a telephone, a conversation, not a megaphone where you're just blasting off, okay? Step four, promote on social media, right? This is, everybody should know this by now. Post your offer clearly and repeatedly. Repeatedly being the key word. You should always be on there consistently engaging on social media, not just posting, but engaging, meaning having conversation, commenting under other people's posts, liking other people's posts, sharing other people's posts. Show behind the scenes about your business. Talk about your customer results. Tell them about your stories. Key platforms should be Facebook, personal page and a business page, LinkedIn, Instagram if you're a visual company, X and Twitter for quick offers and outreach and conversations. And then, of course, there's other ones like Reddit, YouTube, if you are comfortable in front of a camera, TikTok, and any other platform you can get your eyes on. Remember, your customer is out there online. Promote consistency wins. Post about your business at least 2 times a day. If you have time, at the very minimum, 3 to 5 times a week. Okay. Step six, offer a referral or bonus system, right? So create a simple incentive. Refer someone who becomes a client, and I'll give you a gift card. Refer someone who becomes a client, and I'll give you 10%. Refer someone who becomes a client, and I'll give you a discount or a free service that I provide already, right? You'd be surprised at how many people will share your name because they want that referral, they want that free money. It doesn't cost them anything. The key here is to get in front of influencers. And I don't mean influencers in the way of social media. I mean people that know a lot of people. We all know that one person that's super popular at church, at school, at work, that just happens to know everybody. Everybody likes them. They have tons of connections, right? That's the person that you want to get in pocket with and make sure that they know, hey, I'll reward you if you get me a customer. People love rewards, even small ones. So here's a little pro tip, make it easy. One sentence should be all it takes to explain the referral offer. Don't make it complicated, okay? Make it easy, something that people can remember. Number six, leverage free marketplaces and directories, okay? Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Nextdoor, House for handyman services, Fiverr and Upwork for freelance services, Google, Yahoo, Bing. You should have profiles on all of these sites. This is going to open up your network way bigger, and a lot of these directories and marketplaces are where people go to look for the products and services anyway. So even one lead a week adds up here. Free platforms are where hungry buyers live. This is how I started my business. I started my business on Craigslist. I put up a couple ads for business plan writing services, and boom, I got my first customer. Then I put up more ads on Craigslist. Then I put up my Google profile. I didn't spend a dollar the first year of my business on marketing, and I managed to get those first customers in. Once I got the first customers in, then I got to paid marketing. But the free directories and the marketplaces is where I lived the first year of my business, and it works. It works, guys. Number seven, deliver outstanding value. Okay, so this is once you get a customer, over deliver like crazy. Your first customer, you want them saying, "Oh my God, I paid this guy this money, and he did so. I thought he was going to give me this much, and he gave me this much, right? I thought I was going to get 1 hour work. I got 2 hours of work, right? I thought I was going to get 1 mile. I got 10 miles. You want a happy customer. There is nothing better. There is no better referral than a happy customer. I didn't realize this the first couple of years in my business, but now being 12 years in my business, I look back and the majority of my clients, my follow-up clients came from happy customers. The happier the customer, the more that person just ranted and raved. I had one customer that literally sent me 6 customers right after I was done because they were so happy. They couldn't stop talking about me. They just kept telling everybody, and they went out of their way to call people and were like, look, I know you're starting a business. Call Nick. This guy's great, right? He stayed on the phone with me extra. He met me late night on a Friday night to discuss my business plan and my business ideas. And then when I called him on Sunday morning, he still picked up and he delivered the business plan early. So the over delivering always works. Happy customers are always the best marketing tool. They offer testimonials, they offer word of mouth referrals, and they're always repeat business. So your first 10 customers are your foundation. Treat them like VIPs, okay, guys? So in conclusion, your first customers are closer than you think, but you have to be willing to reach out, show up, and offer tremendous value. Okay, so which strategy are you starting with? Put it in the comments section below. If you've already started a business and you have some tips on how to get your first customers, put it in the comment section below. I'd love to help other entrepreneurs here. That's what I use the forum and the comment section for. And if you think this video was helpful or will be helpful to another entrepreneur, business owner, or someone that's starting a business, share it, like, comment, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.